Guys, what's going on? I am going to do a swing trading pure buying options calls or put service. It's called NetPicks Simplified Option Superstars. Going forward, I'm going to call it SOS, so Simplified Option Superstars, because that's kind of a mouthful for me. It's by NetPicks, which is a company that I didn't know much about until recently, and I've been joining their services and loving them. So I thought I'd let you guys know about them and check them out for yourself. Before we go too much further, the first thing you want to do is you want to get the real like truth from the guy himself, right? So you want to go to the link in the description below and click on this webinar that he has. So he has a special webinar, and at the end of that webinar, he gives his best possible price to join the service. It's simple calls and puts 20 trades in 20 days. So definitely go and check that out. It'll be in the review article here many times. I've put it in, and also in the description below as well. So these are swing trading calls and puts. Simple, no spreads, nothing like that. Before I get into all of that, though, I want to mention the fact that some people might want to do SPY day trading, for example, just trading calls and puts on SPY. This is an amazing service. We've had some really good results in 2024 and 2025. This is a service that I'm really standing behind. Help I help manage it, and it's something that has been really profitable for a lot of people. So it's something that I'd really recommend you test out if you're looking to day trade simple calls and simple puts. So definitely check that out. It'll be in the link in the description below for you guys to check out. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. So let's get started on my NetPicks. I keep wanting to say Netflix. NetPicks SOS review. So here it is right here. It's a blog post. I'm going to do a mixture of the blog post here and my own analysis inside the dashboard of the NetPicks system that we're talking about here. So like I said, make sure you sign up for the free webinar. Basically, looking at targets of 25 to 100% per trade. I've seen a few higher than that, quite a bit higher, with a trailing stop loss. This is a really cool service, and I really believe in Mike. He seems to really be very genuine, and you'll see that if you watch the webinar. And that's why I'm really encouraging you to watch this webinar, is to understand the person behind these trades. He's the vice president of NetPicks, and he's really good at what he does. He's been doing it for like 20 to 30 years, which is really cool. Anyway, like I said, this link will be in the description below, so you can go through all this. If I'm going too fast, don't worry about it. You can go back through it yourself. There are so many amazing features inside this program, this SOS program. There's a foundation course, there's alerts, there's a Slack group, there's SMS email alerts, there's everything from how to manage the alerts so that you're effectively using the right percentage of your account, which is a big problem with a lot of people. They'll often go in too hard or too much, and then blow up. So definitely check this out. The first thing that I noticed was the daily outlook and alerts inside the service. And don't worry, we're going to go in and look at the actual system behind the paywall itself. The daily outlook is posted at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and it basically covers key news, earnings announcements, market context, all that kind of stuff. Honestly, not super useful if you're just going to follow the alerts and not worry about learning your own trading, which I highly encourage people to do is learn their own trading strategy. And there's plenty of videos inside the dashboard that will allow you to do that. Now, the other thing that I noticed when I first joined the system is that the capital requirements and risk management is stressed straight off the bat. The very first couple of videos. Do not trade this if you don't have at least 3,500 in capital to trade because you won't be able to actually do the risk management that's required, which is using 2% to 5% of your account size to enable you to be able to do a proper risk managed trading strategy here. So this isn't for people that just think that you can do this with $1,000 or $500. It's something a lot more um, like honest than that. Like if somebody tells you you can trade with $1,000 or $100, it's not going to work. So the core strategy is really simple. It revolves around swing trading simple calls and puts. And these are usually held for a few days, sometimes 2 or 3 days, up to, and I've seen, and I'll show you in the actual dashboard, up to about a month. And the alerts are sent from Mike via Slack. So if you're not familiar with Slack, it's an amazing tool. I'll show you that too. I've got it open. SMS and email. And basically, the trades are pretty simple. You get the trade alert, you get all the information. I'll show you a few examples of that. You take partial profits at 50% gains, let the rest ride. Hopefully, you get triple percent gains, which is really nice. And you set a stop loss for 50% or to the downside. The tickers are not just one ticker, which is something I've been talking about a lot. It's just trading one ticker. They vary a lot. You'll see the different variety of tickers in the track record, which again I'll show you in a few minutes here. So we're going here. Here is a trade alert. We'll zoom in here. This is from May 30th, so it's currently June 3rd. So this is kind of what to expect from the trade alerts. Buy to open the financial ETF XLF with the 18th of July 51 puts for 140 or lower. These options have 49 days left to expiration. This is a bearish trade on XLF. Over the next 49 days, we'll be targeting 50% return in this position while using a stop at 50% of the cost of the option. So this is kind of the information you get. Pretty easy to follow, nothing fancy, no spreads, nothing like that to worry about. So I'll show you a few more of those once we get into the dashboard itself. I just want to go through my blog post here. Again, I want to reiterate, go to the free webinar. Listen directly from Mike. He's going to explain this better than I ever could, even though I'm a real subscriber. It doesn't matter. He understands the system better than I do. And it's also where you can buy the system if you want to purchase. So who is Mike? I can never say his last name, Risky. I'm not quite sure. He is a really experienced trader. So he's been doing this a long time, 2002. So yeah, like 20 years. So he started NetPicks. Well, he didn't start it, but he got himself involved with it back in 2006. So still a long time ago. And over time, he worked his way up and now he's vice president at NetPicks. Not surprising. He has a couple other services like I've talked about. His other one, let's see if I have it open. I think this one, the pop trades. This one is more for people that are doing like spreads overnight, which is really cool. It looks like it works really great. Tried it a couple times, worked great. Seems like a good service. But sometimes people just want straight calls and puts, right? That's sometimes what we just want. And so going through the results here, which is what most people care about, kind of cutting to the chase. Looking through the 2025 results, the track record has been quite impressive with 39 wins and 9 losses, which is a 72% win rate. That's the first half of 2025, so about 6 months of data, so not too bad. But looking through the whole data, again, I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's about a 69% win rate over the last 5 full years. Now, these guys, I really give them kudos because 5 years of data is a lot of data. Most people don't even show a track record, never mind 5 years of trades, which is really good. So yeah, let's switch over to the NetPicks system right here. So this is what you get when you log into the dashboard. You get a webinar, Welcome to Simplified Option Superstars, or SOS as I like to call it. Quick start webinar recording. This is fairly extensive and this is really worth watching. This tells you about the strategy and about how you want to allocate your funds and things, which is really important, I think, for people getting started. I see a lot of people starting these services and they'll go in with like 40% of their account in a trade and then give up and 2 losses in a row and they're done kind of thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. These guys advocate 2 to 5% of your account per swing trade. And like I said, you can get text alerts, Slack, or email. There's also some broker recommendations, although most people have already figured that kind of stuff out. Here are some of the trade alerts. So these are the most recent ones. They don't always do trade alerts. There's one every week, a couple every week sometimes 3 a week. It varies a lot. There's not been many recently because the market. So you can kind of see how the trade alerts come out on the dashboard here. I'll just kind of scroll down randomly to something. Let's see. This one right here. Opening trade, buy to open. This one at 450, these options have 49 days left to expiration, blah, blah, blah. So they give you all the details of what you need in order to take the trade. This is strike price 127 puts, and that's the cycle. Entry is this price, position, one contract. That's just based on their portfolio, like, which is like a pretend portfolio almost, like just for recording purposes. And yeah, so that's what they give you in terms of the alerts. They send them out via SMS, email, and on the Slack, which I'm about to show you in a sec. I just want to see if there's anything else in here I want to show you. Looking up here, nothing in particular. Let's go back to the category section here. Position sheets is important. Not sure what I clicked on there. Get rid of that. Let's see. So position sheets. So here's the daily outlook I was talking about. Uh, that was the first thing that kind of like you look at in the mornings. Here's the position sheets. So here's Mike's stuff on here. You click on this, and then you can download the position sheets in a PDF form. You'll see as this pops up, I've done it multiple times. over the last little bit to check these out. These are the open trades, don't want to dwell on those too much. And these are the closed trades from 2020. So we zoom in on here, we go over here. This is 2020. Get my mouse cursor over here. 2020. And as I go down here, you'll see they have all of these trades throughout the years. I'm just kind of scanning through them. I'll show you more detail in a sec. Till their most recent trade, which was yesterday, which was a winning trade over here for 41% win. So pretty good. So the only thing I don't like is they do seem to take 100% losses, which they don't really advocate in their training and stuff. Personally, if I'm going to trade this a lot, I'm going to take 50% losses, not 100% losses. But you can see these long green streaks weigh the losses in general. Overall, it's profitable. They have their numbers down the bottom here. 70% win rate almost over 5 years, and it's been a lot higher this year. So you have these long win streaks and a couple losing streaks, and keep, so you have a high win percent. You will take some big losses though, but I honestly think you can manage those yourself better. Like if you're down 50, 60% on an option, it's not worth holding it to minus 100% for me. So this is something you see with a lot of like highly skilled options traders though, is they're okay holding to minus 100%. So I'm not as good as these guys, so maybe that's something I'm doing wrong. I'm not given enough room to, to let these things work sometimes. Anyway, that's the track record for that. Let me see what else we have to say here. Not sure there's a whole lot else. Let's just go through here. Position sheets. Let's go back one. Let's go to categories here. Yeah, so basically that's it. There is a live trading room, and that's in the system here. So this is SOS Trade Alerts. This is Mike, the guy that runs the service. And so you can talk to other subscribers inside the trading room here. These are actually the alerts. So like right now we're looking at what he would send out if you were a Slack person and you wanted the alerts from Slack. This is what you would see. But there are other channels, like the Daily Outlook channel, which again is Mike posting. But then there's general channel where people can talk about how things are going, and Mike can also post like extra videos to help you. And he does a lot of education stuff as well, which is important. I know a lot of people just want alerts; they just want to make money, but sometimes education is just as important, if not more important, sometimes. So yeah. So you can see other people here, looking through here, basically talking about these simplified option superstars. So he's saying the average cost of the SOS trade is about $274 per contract. So you want to have, like he said, 3,500 in your portfolio to make this a small amount of money. So yeah, pretty good. So you can talk to other people in here and they can put their prices that they're buying at and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty good. Anyway, that's basically my overview of the NetPicks service, which is called SOS. Simplified options superstars review. Just buying simple calls and puts, swing trading them. They sometimes last a couple of days, sometimes a month. You have to be okay holding for that length of time. But if you're allocating a small part of your portfolio, that's fine. I really like the service. If you want to sign up for it, make sure you go to the webinar. If nothing else, you'll learn more from Mike himself. But at the end of the webinar, he gives you the best possible deal that you can get for buying this. And honestly, it's hard to buy anywhere else. A lot of these guys, you have to watch their webinar before you get the opportunity to buy. There's no website where you can just click on this and go, I want to buy Simplified Option Superstars. So definitely go and check these webinars out, and hopefully this is helpful. And I'm excited to give you maybe an update in a few weeks once I've done this a little bit more. Or you guys can just jump right in and see what you think of this service. Pretty good. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.